Greetings from wherever you are watching from. Welcome to today's special documentary at Secular Advocacy TV. In today's documentary, we will x-ray how history, mystery, and accusation conflict. Before we move further, make sure you subscribe to Secular Advocacy TV on our YouTube channels. United States activist and former mayor Mike Arnold, Biafran activists accuse UN Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed of distortion and erasure of facts relating to genocide and Christian persecution in Nigeria. In an update on his official Facebook handle, Mike Arnold accused Ms. Amina of collaborating with the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other Nigerian politicians to suppress effort aimed at curbing Christian genocide in Nigeria, and also the wanton suppression of agitations for self-determination by the Biafran people of the former eastern Nigeria. Recall that in a bid to suppress the exercise of right to self-determination by the Biafran people in 1967 to 1970, Nigerian government lodged a brutal war known as Civil War, which claimed about 3 million lives, especially women and children of the Biafran population. One would expect that the brutal war will stop the Biafran people for talking about the issue of Biafra. Fast forward to the 2000s or to the early 2000s, there comes Ralph Owazurike reawakening the Biafran consciousness. Following that trajectory, a more visionary leadership in Nnamdi Kanu came knocking. And further to suppress the voice of Nnamdi Kanu, he was renditioned from Kenya extraordinarily and is currently facing jail term in Sokoto prison. Efforts had been made to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including the opinion of the United Nations Working Group. But the question that kept begging for answers is, why hasn't there been sanction on Nigeria after the United Nations Working Group's resolution for him to be released within 6 months was flagrantly disobeyed and ignored by Nigeria? This is one of the reasons the Biafran agitators and activists feel that the person that is suppressing this from happening is no other than Amina Jen Mohammed. In fact, during a conference at Washington, D.C., a Biafran activist from Ishekiri had even publicly accused Amina Mohammed.
So I'm I came from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm in Ishekiri from the coastal. My question is, Nnamdi Kanu is in prison in Sokoto, and we keep hearing all this, his effort to get him out. He's there. I'm a very pragmatic person, and I speak my mind. This woman, this Fulani woman in the United Nations, suppressing this struggle, what effort is being made to bring to the world that this woman is suppressing Nnamdi Kanu? She's the reason why he's there, and she's suppressing this struggle. And Christians have been killed. Biafrans it's been subjected. We want to get out. So I thank you all, but what effort is being made to achieve them?
The question now begging for more clarity is, who is Amina Jen Mohammed? Born on 27 June 1961, Amina Jen Mohammed is a Nigerian British diplomat and politician who is currently serving as the 5th Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations. She was appointed by the former Secretary General of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon.
Ms. Amina Mohammed, a Nigerian diplomat and a politician who is serving now as UN Deputy Secretary General and #2 person within the United Nations system. It was I who picked her up while serving as a Secretary General.
She disclosed in an interview with Channels TV that she was influenced by the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, to accept the offer to serve as the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations.
Said, no, it's not possible. I've come home and I'm serving. And then had a discussion with him to say that, I really needed his support. If they came to ask him, he shouldn't say yes. We said, of course not. We need all our people back here in the team to serve Nigeria. We need the best. So I felt very confident and left Marrakesh to India. In India, I got a call from the current Secretary General to ask if join him as Deputy Secretary General. So I said with a lot of confidence, I can't, and I can't leave the service that I have, and I'm committed to President Muhammadu Buhari's term. I was very confident that my president would say, and I went and sat in front of him, and he talked to me for a long time about service. When a man of that stature, one that you look to as a father, said things to you, that he wants the best, and so the only thing you can say is yes, sir.
Period to Miss Amina's current position, she was Nigerian's Minister of Environment from 2015 to 2016 and was a player in the post-2015 development agenda process. She's also chair of United Nations Sustainable Development Group. According to Mike Arnold, Miss Amina is a Muslim Fulani woman, and her tribal bias has made her to erase and suppress important facts which will help the world in tackling insecurity, genocide, and Christian persecution in Nigeria. On Miss Amina's own part, while acknowledging her affiliation with the former president of Nigeria, General Buhari, who orchestrated the crux of post-Civil War ordeals of the Biafran agitators. She disclosed that she respects diversity because she comes from a family of diversity. While being born a Muslim, the mother's father was a Presbyterian. Against all odds, the fear the people now face is how to reconcile her supposed conflict of interest with her pledge to uphold the international law, justice, fairness, and equity in her official capacity. That is the fear that people now have, given the circumstances of our appointment, that it will be nearly difficult for her to be unbiased. What do you think? We shall be bringing to you more updates on this topical issue at Secular Advocacy TV. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye for now.